All right, y'all. Welcome back to another edition of Each One Teach One. My name is Isan. I'm representing the organization Ulon, and tonight, man, we have a special show. We're getting ready to talk about everything that's happening from Trump all the way on down to the streets of Chicago and these cameras, okay? So, as you can see today, I'm riding solo dolo. My co-host Buddha, you know what I'm saying, they take care of little family issues right now. We love y'all, man. We thank you for tuning on in. I want you guys, man, to chime on in tonight. 312-738-1060. Tell me exactly what's on your mind. I see you, Angela. What's up, Jess? Let's get ready to do this, y'all. Okay, so tonight's topic. What do you guys feel about, last week we talked about that there must be some type of discrepancy going on with these cameras in Chicago, because you could find all these snatch and grabs on camera, especially on the south side, and on the north side, way up north, as well as these young guys snatching these purses, but you can't get any type of surveillance camera. And I've said in 3 town hall meetings, not 1, not 2, but 3 town hall meetings, y'all. 3 of them. And every town hall meeting, I go ballistic in the town hall meetings, and I say, well, I want these aldermen to get in touch with these cameras. Why can't we get, every time a female is abducted in Chicago, they are literally 20 feet away from a surveillance camera. Now, why can't we get this footage? That's all I want to know. What are these aldermen doing? I want you guys to chime on in 312-738-1060. What do you think about this? Why can we get footage of everything else, from these young guys breaking into houses, or you just saw the shootout that the police had with this other guy, right? Some two guys try to carjack this police officer, and they get into a shootout. But you guys can show that right up on the surveillance camera, but you can't show these young girls getting abducted. Which leads me to feel that there's something else going on here. What do you guys think about that? 312-738-1060, all right? Now, I know the phone lines are blowing up, so we're going to go to the calls. Caller, you are online with Each One Teach One. Caller, you there?
Hello?
Yeah, I hear you.
Sir, I agree with you, and again, I love watching your show.
Thank you,
I look
Queen.
forward to seeing you every week. But I totally agree with you, because they have these cameras everywhere,
Okay.
and I am up under the impression that these cameras are just there for show, but those cameras definitely catch you when you run a red light or when you're moving too fast.
She said the cameras will catch you when you run the red light.
Right.
Something else.
But they don't see anything else. Women are being abducted, and all type of stuff, gang banging, all type of stuff is going on. The cameras don't see none of that, or else that's not important, or our people are not important. That's the reason why it's not a big issue. Thank you for bringing that up, and I'm going to continue to watch your show, because I think you're awesome.
Thank you so much, Queen. God bless you. Okay, we got the phone lines blowing up, but let me just reiterate what she said. She said that they will catch the gang. A lot of times the cameras seem to be there for show and tell. Now, I know it could bring you a lot of times people will actually do murders under the camera and wouldn't be no surveillance, no footage. Now why is that? That's what I want to know. But I want you guys, man, to keep calling in 312-738-1060. What's up with these cameras, y'all? Why are the cameras catching everything else, but these young girls, our little queens and princesses, getting abducted? That's what I want to know. And I've brought this at every town hall meeting I go to. I've brought this to these different aldermen. I've talked to the commissioners about this. Just had a meeting today. So I want to know what's going on with these cameras. We're going to go back to the phone lines again for you guys on live. If you can't hear it, I'm going to kind of reiterate, because it's a little bit harder for you guys to hear the callers, okay? But caller, you online with Each One Teach One. Go ahead, caller, you there?
Yes, how you doing, my friend?
Hey, how you doing, brother?
It's very simple. They don't care. When have you ever known?
He said basically they just don't care.
Aldermen, the mayor, anybody else that has a little bit of power,
right?
Care about the people,
right?
The last 20 years, we got the majority of
What's up, Jake? I see you.
In Hispanic.
You are. I see you.
And nothing has changed. In fact, it's gotten worse.
Right.
So what I'm saying is this: if we don't do it ourselves, nothing's going to change. You got to get out there and vote for the right people. Read up on them a little bit.
That's right.
Color and name. That's what they vote for.
Okay.
And that's crazy, because they're going to keep on getting the same kind of services that they're getting right now, and it's a darn thing.
738-1060. You guys call on in. Okay. And I can tell this must be Ray.
Sure is.
Yep, I love you, Ray, man. Thank you for tuning on in tonight and chiming on in with each one teach one. All right, well, listen up, y'all. So Ray was saying basically a lot of times that the people might not care about us, but and I know that's true, but I want to say this, regardless, right now we're in a position where the people still have the power. As long as we're making noise out here in these streets, as long as we're going to these town hall meetings, as long as we're calling into these aldermen's office, I want you guys to keep calling in. Calling to the alderman's office and raise hell. Raise hell, man. Talk about why is it that everyone can get footage of everything else but our young little girls getting abducted, okay? I want you guys to share this right now. Who's ever on live right now, I need you guys to keep sharing this because we got to get the message out there. Hit share right now. We need to let people know that we're tired. You guys are accountable for putting up these cameras. You guys can get us going through red lights, right? There's cameras for red lights, right? And they can get us and send these little, tickets and these photos to our house. But you cannot pull up surveillance of when these young girls were getting abducted, which makes me think, me personally, and everybody on Ulon, and a lot of people at home, makes us think there's something else going on here, and we're gonna undercover. We're gonna blow this thing open. Is what I'm saying. Because sooner or later, you're going to have to show one of these girls. I just say one girl. I want to see one girl getting abducted because I got a feeling there's more to it than what the people are saying or what the media is trying to get us to say, all right? But we're going to go back to these callers, all right? Callers, you are online with each one teach one. Are you there, caller?
Yes, I just called back to say we also need to hold these elected officials accountable for what they say they're going to do when they get into office. Before they get into office, they're all for the people. Whatever we need, they say they're there for it. But once they get in office, they forget about us. They forget about what they promised they was going to do. This is another part of what's going on. Them forgetting about the people that put them in office.
Exactly.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you too, Queen. So she made up a good point, is that a lot of times she was saying that, we vote a lot of these people in office because, all the promises that they have. But once they, actually get in office, then they forget about us or forget about the promises that they've made to get in office. Okay, I need you guys to keep sharing this because tonight we're busting out these just the purpose of a camera. Why are all these cameras in Chicago not getting all these girls that are getting abducted? And now it's on the south side as well. So we have all the Garfield Park area. We have some Austin area. Now we're in different parts of Washington Park. I mean, it's migrating the south to the low end. These young girls are getting abducted. The range is from 27 to 15. So I just want to know, what do you guys think about this right now? We are talking tonight strictly about this video surveillance that you guys can show everything else in Chicago that's happening, from these snatches and grabs when these cars blow into these storefronts and knock out all the glass and run in and grab some. You guys could show shootouts, saying of police officers and these carjackers, but you can't show any surveillance out of all the surveillance cameras that happen to be 20 feet away from 15 feet away to where these young girls were abducted. Not one. So we're calling you out. Come on, let's get back to these phone lines. Caller, you are online right now with each one teach one. Go ahead, caller.
Yes, I want to call back because you said something at the end about you loving me, The feeling is mutual because you're one of the very few that'll get up there and tell it like it is, because you tell the truth, it's close to your heart, and I'll always respect you as a man, and I'll always respect you about what you say.
Appreciate you, Ray.
The love is mutual.
That's Ray calling in, showing a lot of love. All right, Ray. Well, listen, man. Keep tuning in. We have one more show for the season, but we'll be on back again end of August. So, just keep tuning on in, Ray. Thank you so much for your support. Alrighty, so you guys, again, tonight we're talking about these video surveillance cameras that are all over the city. People are, you can get one, like I said, in the mail. You run a red light, but we can't find any footage of these young girls getting abducted. So I want to talk about, why are we paying all this money? Now, we just paid $10 million more for CTA to upgrade of their surveillance cameras. What kind of sense does that make? to upgrade something that is going to be an after effect. So where's the intervention, right? So let's say, for instance, we're on the train, right? And all of a sudden, some lady gets her purse snatched, right? Or beat up. Or there's a gang fight, anything. Now, we're paying tax dollars. 7.8% of our tax dollars are going to these surveillance video cameras. $10 million to upgrade something that is going to be an after effect. Meaning now we're going to, the perpetrator's already committed the crime, right? So we've committed the crime, and yet we're going to go in the camera and try to figure out who this person is. So now we're going to have to pay even more tax dollar money for the detectives to go look around for the perpetrator. We're going to have to pay more money for tactical teams to get together, go comb the areas for people to recognize the faces on the camera. Now this young old lady, you know, is already beat up, probably in the hospital, whatever happened. But we're paying more money for the camera after effect than paying for intervention, right? So now, I challenge any commissioner out there, Ulon has a proposal to put a stop to CTA red line abuse or anything that's happening on the CTA red line. Get up with me, alright? I'm going to go to my overhead for you guys. This is for anybody at home. Let me zoom this out real quick. This is for anybody at home. You guys can get up. For you guys on live right now, I'm just going to put out there the website, which is Ulon.Life, and phone number 312-834-8020. But you guys can actually call that after the show. And I challenge any commissioner out there, all the way to Rahm Emanuel, if you want to put stop to the CTA crime, get up with me, because I'm going to make it happen. I guarantee you, I got a fleet of guys. We already on it. It's basically Ulon.Life. Go to Ulon.Life and get up with me, or you can call the number that you just saw on the overhead. Okay, again, I want you guys to call in. 312-738-1060. We're going to go back to these calls, because the calls are flooding the lines today. Call it. You're online with each one, teach one. Go ahead. You there, caller? Okay, they're working it out right now. Got a little quick technical difficulty. I guess the phone lines are, blurred because of so many. You guys at home, share this, because we're going to be giving out some pertinent information in a minute. 312-738-1060. I need you guys to call on in. Remember, I need you guys to share this as well. At home, just hit that share button. All right, so listen up. Again, we can put all this money now. Let's just look at the figures here. We had, what is it, more than $60 million on one project for the CTA. Then we had a visionary, which was an upgrade for another $10 million on CTA for new refined crystal clear camera editing on CTA lines, and through the whole city. Plus, we always have the surveillance cameras that are almost on every other block in Chicago. What good are these cameras if it's still an after effect? Meaning, if we're not putting any money into intervention, to get these kids or to get these young adults or to get these gang members, whatever it is, whoever perpetrating whatever it is, now we have these abductors, which is a new thing, right? Because it's all for the organs, supposedly, okay? And you know me, like Ray said, I'm going to put it out there, okay? I personally believe that it's for the organs. Maybe someone else might have a different perception. Remember, these are just perceptions, okay? But I believe that getting these young girls before the organs, and I've studied this, every 2 females equal to 1 guy. Now, guys' organs are actually more money than the females. But it's easier for these perpetrators to jump out of a van and catch a girl than it is to catch a guy, because guys are going to fight back. They might have a gun, they might shoot, which also shows what kind of I ain't gonna even say more, but what kind of scariness these guys must have if you're going around preying on these little young girls or young women. So I want my guys that are out there right now, remember, it's each one teach one. That has a significance. You see anything on your block, guys, man, I'm saying get proactive. Start knocking these cats out, man. Don't let nobody come on your block and your little niece or your daughter or your little cousin or your friend's daughter or something like that. Start, man, handling y'all business out here, man, because it really is each one teach one. We have to start looking out for each other. All right, this is very important right now. We're at an all-time high of, everything from, everything is targeted against us, from the food to the music to everything that's being pummeled us, to bring us down, as far as it's a psychological warfare out here. And I don't want you guys to forget that, okay? It's very psychological out here. So I need you guys to stay focused. Remember, while we're off the air, you guys can reach out to me at www.Ulon.Life. You guys go, you know what I'm saying, to the website, reach out to us, let me know, you know what I'm saying, what you're thinking, what's on your mind, or you can call 312-834-8020 after the show and let me know what's up. Now, right now, again, you guys, we're talking about these surveillance cameras. So, with this police carjacking, okay, so they just showed, probably not even 15 feet away, it was a carjacking where an officer was getting into his car. Another guy took over the car and they had a shootout right in the middle of the street. Okay? Surveillance camera right there. Alright? And again, I'm snapping out on all these town hall meetings. I'm calling out any commissioner right now. Show me one videotape with one of these young girls getting abducted. That's all I want to see. One, I'm challenging you guys out there. Any commissioner, I don't care if you're an alderman, you so-called aldermen out there that are working for the machine, we're calling you out. Get on your grind. Get in your area. If you live in the Austin area, Garfield, Washington Park, Inglewood, wherever you are, where something is going on, I don't care if it's a rape. Show us a surveillance videotape. Because you make us think that there's something else going on, like a tactic unit. Right? You know what a tactic unit is? That means it's a group of a police force that are specially assigned to an assignment, and they cover that assignment without anybody knowing, even in the police force. That's a special tactical unit. You know, I studies. I know about what y'all gotta do. So if you guys have a tactical unit that's working with people or cliques that are getting organs, then that means that they are going over y'all police force. How do you police officers feel about that? So now you got a smaller group of people that are getting paid more tax dollars for you than what you guys are doing. Okay, I just lost my live, y'all, but that's okay. Just wanted you guys to know we're still over here on Each One Teach One. But what do you guys feel about that right now? You have all the, yeah, and see, isn't that funny now how all of a sudden I'm talking about the police force and I get cut off my live? You see what I'm saying? So, and the show keeps going on because, you know, we're not going to stop. I'm going to keep bringing the heat every time, all right? But I'm calling out you guys. I'm calling out the aldermen all the way down, the commissioners, everybody. I'm saying this. You have a tactical unit who's getting paid way more than the police force to do a less of a job that's still getting more money than you guys. Shouldn't the police officer start getting upset about this? Shouldn't the police officer start looking into this? That's what I'm saying, okay? You guys need to start being held accountable for what you are doing to serve and protect. We're calling you guys out. Start finding out. Ask for them tapes. Get those surveillance tapes. We want those tapes. That's the whole point I'm making. Alright? You guys call on in. 738-1060. If you got something positive to say, you got anything you want to chime on in, I want to hear from you guys. So now, what do you guys feel about this new about Trump, you know, and dealing with this illegal, you know, immigration law and breaking up these families? Because now he just put forth a new law that supposedly is trying to bring these families to camps, right? Don't they sound like FEMA camps to you? You know, all these camps coming up out of nowhere. What kind of camps are those? You know, where did these camps come from all of a sudden? Why are there so many of them? That's what I want to know. You know, but I'm gonna hit you with it, you know, coming hard and direct, okay? So you guys call on in, 312-738-1060. 312-738-1060. Want to know how you guys feel about that. You know, but let's get back to the cameras real quick because we're running out of time. I am glad that you guys are tuning on in. It means that you care a lot. I want you guys to know that we do make a difference in numbers. You know, we're out here in these streets every day. We're doing what we have to do. And I feel that the people have a right to know, you know, what's going on. You know, it's basically our livelihood. We have a right to know what's going on. So I need you guys to stay focused, man. Don't lose sight don't be followers in this craziness and this madness of the world. Don't feel that you have to do what everybody else does in order to be accepted, okay? And I also want to touch base real quick on those who are even suicidal at the moment, those who may feel that, you know, there's nothing to live for, because I know in these end days it can seem kind of hard, but you guys have to focus on on who you are and what you can do to make difference and change, all right? Don't be scared to be different, all right? If you guys ever have a problem and want to reach out to us, you know, you can call 312-834-8020. Call after the show. Get a pen. 312-834-8020. I want to go to these call lines again real quick. Caller, you are online with Each One Teach One. You there, caller? Okay, well, I know a lot of callers been calling in and maybe technical difficulty as well. And sometimes you have to look at, you know, where that comes from. It could be the powers that be. It could be something else. I mean, it doesn't. Whenever you out here teaching, you know, what's right, you always going to have, you know what I'm saying, negative influence. You're going to have people that may try to stop you. But the bottom line is you got to have that covering upon you. And for those that you know, say, know what I mean when I say covering, you know where that comes from. You know, you're going to get one person and one entity to give you a covering, okay? But I love you guys, man. And I want to say that, you know, we have one more show where we're going to hit you hard next week. May have a special guest or two on here to kind of bring it up to an end. But I want you guys, man, to keep tuning in with me until we come back on to the next season. And you can always go to Ulon.Life. What you see at the bottom of your screen is actually a very, I mean, that's our website. All right, you can leave a comment and it is screened. So if you leave your email address, if you go to this, I'm going to go to the overhead again real quick. Okay, you guys go to this, that Ulon.Life, or you could email me personally at eSignThe1.pk@gmail.com. You guys write that down. You can actually email me personally. All right, at eSignThe1.pk@gmail.com. All right. I don't want to sound like, you know, like I'm just being overbearing, but I know that we've saved a lot of people, you know, being part of Ulon. We're like the underdog. We're the guys that, you know, you don't hear about that much as these other big groups, you know, that are out here because they don't want you to hear about us that much. But Ulon, United Legion, One Nation, we don't care, you know, what part, you know what I'm saying, of the city you're from. We don't care what association you used to be about. Once you become part of Ulon, you're family. And we embrace you of all races, all ethnicities, and everything else. I want to go to a quick caller real quick. Caller, you online with Each One Teach One? You there, caller?
Yeah.
Okay, I hear you, caller. Go ahead.
Okay, look, I have a situation with city bus company.
Okay.
I have a situation with the city bus company that I feel that they should put security on those buses.
Okay.
Because a lot of those elderly people are very scared.
Okay.
Taking those bus lines. So I think that's something very important we need to look at.
Okay, great, man. Thank you so much, caller. Now, I want to, you know, reiterate that real quick. I challenge anybody that has a, I guess you could say, anyone who's in a position out there that can help Ulon become a reality on CTA. I challenge you to get in touch with me, okay? 312-834-8020, because as the brother was saying, we have something implemented just for that, okay? It's a whole, man, it's a whole proof, you know what I'm saying, plan. It's a small, you know what I'm saying, bio that will implement everything that we need to do for that, okay? It's a structured proposal that will actually take care of just that. And that's true. A lot of these elders are on these buses and they are scared. They're scared nowadays because of how our people are acting out here and how people have actually gotten into a position to whereas it's almost a dog world, like literally for real here in Chicago. And we're tired of it. A lot of, you know, brothers like me have come together. That's what Ulon is all about. Brothers that are, you know, putting their foot down saying, look, enough was enough. We're taking back what's ours. And we're really talking about the city on a moral level. You know, we're not pro this or pro, we're pro people, pro what's right. You know what I'm saying? So people don't feel scared. So people can get the community back. Chicago is still a great city. Don't let it fool you. We hear all the negative stuff on the news, but we never hear about all the positive things that are going on in the news. And there's a lot of good things going on within the city. So I don't want you guys to give up hope. I don't want you guys to feel despaired. Wanted to send some special shouts out, you know what I'm saying, to everyone out there who's watching tonight and they really care. All the callers that have called in, because you guys do make a difference when you stand up, want to be heard, and want to get stuff out there. It's very important you guys tune in every Thursday at 7:30 p.m. because we're going to hit you with different types of ideas to think about and things that, you know, I want you guys to be a part of, because this is our city. You know, these are our children out here in the city. The children are getting ready to have kids, you know, and so our city's going to grow, but it needs to grow in the proper way that we can all start giving back. Okay, and then we can start opening up these centers for after school where the kids can't get back in order. Okay, so basically, let me give a shout out real quick to my nephew, man. Love you, nephew, and my Seashell crew out there. All the people that tune in. My boy Ant, you know what I'm saying, and we got Ghetto Heaven in the house, and a lot of different organizations and people that are actually trying to put things together. My boy Big Gene, you know, love you, fam, and my boy Buddha, who couldn't make it tonight, but my co-host will be back next week, as well as we have some special guests next week. I love you guys. One.